Hello everyone, this is the Holiday Christmas Fan, and I was at my uncle's last night, and I finally got to watch Annabelle 3, Annabelle Comes Home. And I was not impressed with that movie. I got to finally watch Annabelle 3, and I gotta say, I'm not impressed with it. It's not as bad as The Nun, but it's pretty close. I will say, what saved this movie was the actors that play as those like three or four of them. There's three or four girls that play in the movie, and they saved the movie. Um, the way they make the doll do things is kind of stupid. They don't really make the doll attack the girls. There's a few scenes where the ghost demon thing tries to attack them, but the girl with the wedding dress that has the knife, she doesn't like completely attack them. There's a few scenes where she'll run at them and then disappear, and it's just stupid. Like, you don't really get to see the monsters actually physically try to attack um, the girls in the movie that are trying to survive. Like, the werewolf was like the only thing, in my opinion, that was actually trying to attack them in the movie. And the scares were so bad. The scares were not good at all. Like, it must have been 2 minutes. There was a scene where one of the girl actors gets a lantern and she's walking through this freaking hallway, and the scene must have been like 2 minutes long, and it's quiet. She's walking with a lantern. I mean, completely quiet for 2 minutes straight, walking through a hallway with a lantern, and you know something's gonna come out or jump or scream at her. And what happens? The last dead body she finds in the coffin with the coin on her eye, it screams at her. And actually, the scene must have been 3 minutes or 4 minutes. It was so long, and it got to the point where I was like, are you joking? You think a scare is going to be effective because it's quiet and an actor's walking down a dark hallway with a lantern for 4 minutes straight, and you think that's going to be a good scare. That's not how a scare works. Annabelle 2 is a perfect example. There was a scare that was so unexpected, and it scared the crap out of me, where the girl goes under the barn floor and she sees something. She sees the doll, and the doll like something's dragging the doll like really fast across the floor all of a sudden, and it scared the crap out of me because you weren't expecting it. And then she sees like a shadow thing, and all of a sudden it starts running at the screen, and it's the girl that haunts the doll. That scared the crap out of me. And why did that scare me, guys? I got a perfect example. It was unexpected. And the whole time a scare was about to happen in Annabelle 2, I was plugging my ear. Not because I wasn't scared, because it's going to be loud, with a loud, eerie sound that's going to be so irritating. And that's the only reason why I jump through these scares. They take too long to happen. They use this loud screeching sound. Ooh, scary. A person with coins on their eye. It's not scary. Look, I'm sorry for the director that directed this movie, but the person that made Annabelle 2 should have been the one directing Annabelle 3. Not the guy, Gary Doberman or whatever his name is. He was helping. He made Annabelle 3, and then he wanted to come in and help Andy Muschietti make it Chapter 2. That's another reason why this movie sucked. He cannot direct horror films. Gary Doberman cannot make good scares. He used that same kind of style in Chapter 2. Scare takes too long. It goes quiet. Bang, something jumps out at you. The first movie, they made... I swear Gary Doberman directed this movie more than Andy Muschietti in Chapter 2. Annabelle 3. There were some things I actually liked about this movie. The coin lady with the lantern. There was a thing where she was walking out of the hallway really slowly, starting to get closer to the girl. And it was disturbing. I was like, holy crap. What's gonna go down here? Is there gonna be like this fight going on against this monster with the girl? You never see a monster trying to attack. The only thing that was trying to attack them was that demon thing, and that wasn't even scary. They're not using unique ideas. The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2, and Annabelle 2 are the only films that tried to use unique monsters. The rest of the monsters, I bet you, The Conjuring 3, this better not suck. And for all we know, it could end up getting canceled because of how many fans are not happy with the franchise right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if The Conjuring 3 ends up getting canceled. Or they have to reshoot the whole film because they frickin' started to realize what they need to do to make the Conjuring franchise better than ever. I know. Do something new that you haven't done before. Make the scares unexpected. Because when a camera moves like this, and then it goes back and the monster's not there, and then the person walks down the hallway, bang, jump scare. It's not scary. Unfortunately, I have to say that Annabelle 3 tries to do the exact same thing, but the scares were worse in Annabelle 3 than The Nun. And that's sad. The Nun scares were more effective than Annabelle 3. And you don't have to use scares all the time in a film to make it scary. Simply, a door slamming shut really fast is scary. Because why? Because there's something in the house that's making it do it, and they're trying to find out why. The doll, I had a good idea what they should have done. The doll was trying to kill them in Annabelle 2. It didn't happen. What if they did this? Very unexpected. One actor lives in Annabelle 3, and this is what should have happened. All the actors should have died besides one. One actor. And it was that little girl in Annabelle 3. Not Annabelle, not the little girl Annabelle, the other little girl. You know who I'm talking about. She was like the best actor through that movie. And the blonde-haired one. The one with the brown hair. That was like the second tallest out of all of them. With the striped long sleeve shirt on. She was not good at all. I thought she was the worst actor out of that freaking movie. The rest of the girl actors were on point. They did a good job. And I really think the Warrens should have been involved with this movie. And I think the next Conjuring film is going to be The Conjuring 3. I don't even know what they're going to do. I think they should save that one for last. Because when you think about it, it's the most anticipated Conjuring film right now. The Conjuring 3 is probably one of the most anticipated films of all time, if not the most anticipated Conjuring film of all time. And here's what I don't understand. And I'm getting sick and tired of this because it's kind of pissing fans off and it's kind of getting on my nerves. And I have every reason to be, right? James Wan directed the first two Conjuring films, Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2. Why is he not directing the Conjuring movies anymore? Annabelle 3, he should have been the one directing this movie. Like, the ideas I have is something James Wan would do, and it's so stupid why he's not directing these movies. It's like he doesn't even want this franchise in horror anymore. He's like, F this, F The Conjuring, we don't need it anymore. It's like he's just getting tired of it or something. And it's like someone needs to talk to him privately and tell him, look, you made the first two Conjuring films. You should have been the one directing this movie. Because The Nun, Annabelle 3 was awful. The Nun was awful. Like, those two Conjuring films were shit. And they weren't good. There was nothing good about those two films. The Annabelle 3 or Annabelle 3, which is Annabelle Comes Home, and The Nun. Those movies sucked. Now, I don't know who directed the Annabelle 2 film. He should have been directing a few of these Conjuring films. James Wan should have been directing The Conjuring 3. And I think what he should have brought back, that old lady demon thing from the first Conjuring film, because apparently it got killed in the first one, but it can come back. All these monsters that died in the first movie can easily come back. Why? Because it's the Conjuring. They're demons, they're ghosts, whatever you want to call them. They can come back. Easily. Someone just needs to open something. Voila. They came out of whatever the frick it was, and there they are, they're back. Like, they can do such simple things, and I think that what they should have done, what they should do with The Conjuring 3 is make it take place in the house that The Conjuring 1 took place in. Because when you think about it, The Conjuring 2 took place, I can't even remember where, but they should have went back to the original house from The Conjuring 1, filmed it there. Because Annabelle 2 had that same vibe to it as the original house from The Conjuring 1. And Annabelle 2 was terrifying. Why was it terrifying? The scares were not only unexpected, the way they make the demon attack people in the Annabelle 2 is scary. Like, the guy's holding a cross out and the demon's like snapping his fingers back. And like makes his eyes go up inside his freaking head and kills him. Like, it was scary. And it was like, damn. It's like that really shows you how powerful Annabelle is. How powerful the doll is and what it can do. And I like that. But Annabelle 3 could have done something completely different or went down the same route. They could have went down the same route that they did with Annabelle 2. Add more of that in Annabelle 3, but also do something new with the doll. And here's what I was thinking of doing. Okay? I was thinking, okay, Annabelle, right? There could have been one scene with one of the actors from the second movie coming back. And I was thinking, what if all of a sudden something knocked the doll over out of the case, and all of a sudden the lights like shattered, all the lights shattered in the room, and it went like dark, and all of a sudden there was like this red light coming out of nowhere, and no one knows where it's coming from. Make it mysterious, make it creepy, and then like make the doll get big, like it comes to life, like the first time the doll actually comes to life, and it becomes like a life-sized person. And I was thinking, make it like all cracked up, make the eyes like missing and there's blood coming out of her face, and give her like a big mouth with like sharp teeth and sharp claws, and her bones are starting to crack, and she comes to life, and then she starts chasing the actor out of the room and trying to attack her through the whole house while she's trying to find something to kill it. That could be like the final fight. And I think they could have showed that version of the doll before the ending of the movie, before the final fight. I would have done something like that. Right? Because why wouldn't you do something like that? It's a good idea. It's an extremely good idea, and I think that could have worked. They did something like that. They did something like that with Annabelle 2. Annabelle 2 was similar. There was a scene where the girl goes in the room and like the head spins around on the girl and she gets like long nails and blah blah blah. But you don't really see that monster after that, and it was kind of disappointing. And everyone thought, oh, maybe this is going to be in Annabelle 3. They're going to add more of that. And the problem with Annabelle 3, and this is my last topic, there's no story. There's no story. Annabelle 2, there was lots of story, but also it gave a chance for the doll to shine. It made some creepy things happen. That didn't happen in Annabelle 3. Annabelle 3, there should have been lots of story as well, but a little bit more fighting with the monster and more kills from the monster. And that scarecrow thing that was in the second movie, that should have came back. I think that should have came back for a specific reason, because it could have been locked up in somewhere, but this time it's even scarier looking. But anyway, the problem with this movie is you can't see anything. When it's dark out, you cannot see the actor properly. Like, this was the problem with the nun. When they were in the church and it was dark out, you could not see the actor without the lantern properly. You could barely see them. Well, in Annabelle 3, it's even worse. You can see about here, and that's it. And it looks so stupid. Like, you can barely see the actors in the movie when it's dark out in the house in Annabelle 3. And I think if they added more lighting when it was nighttime, you could see them a lot better. And you need to be able to see the actor fully. You just need to be able to see them enough. In Annabelle 3, you cannot see them enough. Unless there's a light, you can see them fine. But then, after that, it's like through the whole movie, it's like dark as hell. You can't see anything. And I hope they fix that in The Conjuring 3. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts of Annabelle 3. I give it a thumbs down. Didn't like Annabelle 3. The Annabelle 2 film was really good. It's my favorite Annabelle movie. It's way better than Annabelle 2. And I'm hoping they improve on a fourth Annabelle movie. I'll see you guys in another horror video.